Hey, this is Tom from Evergrey, and you're watching CMS TV.
Hey everybody, it's Chris from the Classic Metal Show, and this segment of the CMS is brought to you by 1775coffee.com. It's time to say goodbye to Starbucks and say hello to Rumble's 1775 coffee. Unlike other brands, this is a coffee that backs free speech and is unapologetic about it. Visit 1775coffee.com, use the promo code STUDIO40, and get 40% off of any coffee subscription. The coffee comes in medium and dark roasts. It also comes in pea berry, which is similar to Kona coffee. In other words, this stuff is premium. Click the link in the description and you can go directly to 1775coffee.com, use the promo code STUDIO20, and get 40% off your coffee today. Go get it, people.
It is your Classic Metal Show right here on the classicmetalshow.com. Kicking off the show tonight, we heard Metal Church with Disappear from a Light in the Dark release, and we just heard Spread Eagle there for Sal in the chat room with Switchblade Serenade, and a guy who's here to entertain us with his Switchblade sense of humor, my good friend and partner, Chris Aiken. What's going on there, Chris?
What is up, man? How we doing?
Yeah, we're back again.
We are.
Flew by, God damn it. It was like 2 o'clock Saturday or Sunday morning, and I'm still sitting in the seat.
I know. It went super, super fast. Although I can honestly say I didn't do a goddamn thing except work during that time that has passed since the last time we spoke.
Yeah, I get you. Well, it's been an exhausting week for me as well regarding the making of money.
That's right.
To pay for my lavish lifestyle. So, but it's always a reprieve to come here and hang out with you and the other fine folks who join us here every Saturday on the Classic Metal Show. So welcome, everyone. Welcome, everybody in the CMS Locals chat rooms and the Rumbles and the StreamYards and whoever else. We're
X. We're on X. We're on the CMS network, CMS TV.
Yeah. So
we're everywhere.
We're all over the fucking place. So
That's
wherever
right.
the fuck you're listening or watching us, welcome.
That's right. And so far, so good. None of them are censoring us, so that's good.
Well, we don't do censored stuff here anymore.
Well, we got censored. We got the fuck censored out of us out of stupid YouTube this week for the uploads of the clips. But
that's not one of our main outlets. That's just an advertising outlet for us.
Yeah. Yeah, and people that keep going to YouTube, which is a lot. I mean, I am still stunned that there's 400 or 500 people a week per clip that watch those clips over there because they're all censored and shitty. They cut all the music out, and because they send me alerts on every single thing that we do. This has been blocked in blah blah blah, and you can edit the segment and keep your segment up. So I just do. But then when you watch it back, it's like, well, here's one of these Chicago songs, boop, and it's gone, and it goes right back to us going, hey, what you think of that? It's just. But people still watch it, and it's like, all right, if you want the shitty version of the show, go to YouTube.
Right, of course.
But, yeah, Rumble. I love Rumble. I'm loving X. X has been really good. I certainly learned the power of X this week with having a celebrity do a retweet. When Eric and I were live.
Yeah.
Landau retweeted our live broadcast.
Oh, yeah?
Like all he did was hit retweet on his thing. Just boom, retweet.
Yeah.
Next thing, I mean, within a second, 900 viewers. I was like, holy smokes.
Well, there you go. That's why, well, this goes back to what Adam Carolla said so many years ago. It's like, how do you become a good podcaster? How do you become a big podcaster? Goes, well, you got to be famous.
That's it. That really is it.
Oh, so if you're of the celebrity ilk and you have a podcast or you have a social media presence and so on and so forth. It's very powerful. People are influenced by celebrity types.
They are. I was stunned. I was just like, damn, look at all the people that came on here in that fast just because they saw Dave say this is something to watch.
Right. Very
Crazy.
nice. Well, good for him. And of course, the segment we did last week, recapping your visit to Dave's show, that was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good. Dude, the whole show last week was really good, actually. It's pretty fun.
That's good. So anyway, always looking forward to a new adventure on the Classic Metal Show.
Yeah, that was last week. This week, it's time to perform again. Dance, monkeys, dance!
Yeah, well, people who do look at YouTube or depend on YouTube as their outlet source, it's like what Crazy Warlock is saying there. It's like the retards that continue to listen to terrestrial radio or watch network TV.
That's it.
Because, again, I'm always surprised when someone says to me, hey, did you see what they said on such and such news last night? I said, fuck, dude, I haven't watched
news.
I haven't watched. Yeah, well, on channel, local channel 5 here in Chicago, they were doing a segment. That's like, who the fuck watches that?
Yeah, local news.
It's like, well, Barbara so and so, and I said, dude, I have zero idea who you're talking about.
No,
dude,
I gotta say, I'm so proud of my mom. My mom was over here on Wednesday or Thursday or something. She needed some help with a techie thing that she had to, an insurance thing or something that she had to do. And my son was helping her with the techie part of it, getting it uploaded, getting it filled out, blah, blah, blah. But we started talking about TV. And she was like, how can I stop paying all this money for this TV shit and not have, but still get like the football games? All she cares about is watching the Browns.
All right.
And I was like, well, I'll come over to your house and I'll put up an antenna and you can have that. But, you're going to have to push a button to switch when you want to watch the local news or whatever. 'Cause, she's 76 years old or whatever. And she's like, watch the local news. Who do you think I am? And I just had a smile. I just had to smile because she's absolutely like us. I'm not watching that shit.
Ever since Dick Goddard passed away, I don't watch the local news anymore.
That's right. Once the I-Team went under, so did I.
Yeah. Once Wilma Smith was no longer on TV, I didn't watch anymore.
No Tim Taylor, no Kathy Aiken.
Was it last summer? Yeah, I think it was like last summer. I think I told you this. This is for people in the local Akron, Cleveland area. I know most of this doesn't make sense for a majority of our audience, but last summer, I weirdly got invited to a party, which in itself is weird for me to even attend a party.
Sure.
But it was my sister, and they were invited to a friend of theirs who kind of came into some money, so they were living the rich life, and so they bought this very expensive, for lack of a better term, mansion in a very exclusive neighborhood. And while I'm at this party, all these people are coming up wanting to know who I am. Who are you?
Right.
I heard you're kind of like a celebrity. It's like, I don't know about that. But so then a real celebrity shows up. I can't think of his last name right off the top of my head, but I think he did the weather in Akron forever. His name was Mark something. Mark, I'll have to look it up. I know, but he was on the Akron local news for like close to 30 years.
Okay.
And this guy shows up, and of course, I remember seeing him back in the 80s. When he was
Mark Johnson.
No, I don't think it was Johnson. But regardless of that, he was just a news guy in the local Akron, Cleveland market forever.
Okay.
And he shows up at this, and it was just kind of weird because he kind of looked the same, but 30 years, 40 years later.
Sure.
It was just so weird. My sister, you know who that is? I'm just like, I kind of looks familiar. He goes, that's Mark blah, blah, blah. He used to be on such and such news, the local channel. It's like, all right, that's kind of weird, you know. And so he comes over and says hello to me, and he goes, "Hey, I understand we have something in common." I said, "Yeah." I said, "You're a former broadcaster, and I'm a current broadcaster, you know." And he, you know, we were just, "Well, what do you do?" And I told him, and he goes, "Yeah, you know, I'm getting into the whole podcast thing too. You know, I'm doing that because I kind of miss it." And you know, we were just trading the little secrets, you know,
Sure.
secrets. But it was kind of funny,
Right.
to be a local dude. This thing, it was just kind of funny.
It's funny that your sister was mesmerized by a guy that literally says, "Okay, it's going to be sunny and 73 today." And
because he was on TV every night, like my dad watched the news every night, right?
right.
So that was the ritual, you know, 5:30 news, local Akron WAKR news or whatever it was.
Right.
And, you know, the guy was on there every night. So you see the guy's face all the time,
Sure.
you know, and then all of a sudden, you know, here he is, you know, just local guy, you know.
The worst part about it is then when you find out that they make like $38,000 a year doing that job, and it's like, Jesus, I thought you were important.
Yeah, right. Well, again, notoriety and fame does not equal wealth.
No, not at all.
Does not equal wealth. People think that if you have notoriety or fame, wealth goes hand in hand.
Oh
with it.
yeah.
And that's not the case at all.
I remember me and Wardlaw were at an event somewhere, and somebody got into an argument with me, and the insult that they threw out at me was, "Well, you're too good for us now that you make $1,000 an episode of the metal." I was like, $1,000 an episode? It was like, I make $75 an episode, you dick.
You're too good for us because of money?
Yeah. I was too good for him because of my $1,000 an episode I was making at MMS. Get the fuck out of here.
$4,000 a month if that was true. And that's not exactly knocking down the millions.
Yeah. But even, dude, I don't think anybody makes that, do they? Unless they're like Howard Stern money. $1,000 an episode?
Well, Howard Stern is like
crazy money, yeah, but
thousands an episode.
But I'm talking about regular local yokels. No, come on,
that's way over. I was watching that Mark Stein. Yeah, Mark Stein, right? He's that kind of guy who goes out there and goofs on people all the time, mostly politicians.
Yeah,
and he had Anthony Cumia on his show this week.
Okay,
and you know, Anthony was firing up his promotional thing for the book, right?
Okay.
So this Mark Stein, big O&A fan, I listening to Mark talk about the O&A episodes, it was like listening to me talk about it because he was such a big fan and talked about how much it was an influence, and you know, how much he enjoyed Anthony's sense of humor, and they were talking about the state of the broadcast industry these days. He goes, "You guys were the last bastion of broadcasters that made big money."
Yeah.
After that, it was over. Big money was no more.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the last of the people who actually got quote unquote big contracts that were worth multi-millions of dollars.
Yeah, they lucked out.
Yeah, that was the end of it. Because after that, then you know, and listening back to some of the later episodes of O&A just before Anthony got the boot, they were talking about podcasting. You know, about moving to podcasting, and how Adam Carolla, obviously one of the earliest ones,
right?
You know, making a big splash at the time, and you know, then Joe Rogan starting his thing. You know, look at Joe Rogan now. He makes what is his contract worth?
I think it's $200 million for 4 years or something.
Yeah, it's ridiculous money. It's like $50 million a year.
Yeah, something like that.
$50 million a year. He, you know, and for a podcast, for what we're doing, a video podcast.
Yeah.
For 3 hours, what, a day?
3 hours a day, 4 days a week, I think.
Yeah, 4 days a week. Yeah. So for 12 hours, you know, screen time, this guy's knocking down 50 mil a year.
Is that all? Jeez.
Yeah. That's
a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
if you think about a podcast, you know, when it comes to doing what we do, I mean, I understand that you do a lot of things, but you're a one-man show.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Joe Rogan, even though he's doing the identical thing that we're doing, he's got a staff.
Yeah, he's got a team of people.
Yeah, same thing with Anthony Cumia and Compound Media. You know, he's got 3 or 4 guys working behind the scenes, you know, running the video equipment and running the streaming and, you know, pulling up clips and, you know, all that kind of stuff, you know. And I think Anthony said that his network, and this is a far cry from what, you know, he made as a broadcaster, who would go into a studio where everything was there.
Mm-hmm.
He says that Compound Media makes about $1 million a year.
It's good money.
Yeah, I know, but that's only $1 million a year compared to a contract where he personally was being paid $3 to $5 million a year.
Right.
Going to a studio that was already equipped and everybody did it for you. All he had to do was show up and bring the funny.
Yeah, well, Anthony, and again, I'm not picking at Anthony. He's certainly doing it on a much bigger level than us. But, man, I think Compound Media is kind of on its last legs. What do you think? I mean, they canceled the Jameson show, which couldn't have cost anything to produce. Yeah, I mean, what do you think he paid Don Jameson? $200 a show?
I'm sure it was very cheap because I know that the guys he got into a little tiff with, the guy who always puts his glasses on his head. Who's that guy?
Is that Garrett or
the comedian, bald head guy with the
Kevin Brennan?
Yeah, Kevin Brennan. He was bitching because he was giving him like $25 or $50 to come in, to do his segment.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, but there's no one watching anything but Anthony. Nobody's watching Chrissy Mayer's Wet Spot. Nobody was watching Eastside Dave's show. Nobody was watching. Like, I saw they canceled Bill Schultz too that morning with Bill Schultz.
Okay.
And God knows, and they were paying those guys a lot. They were paying each of them, I think, like $4,000 a month for both Bill and Joanne. And that show was terrible. I mean, I so tried because Joanne is super smoking hot. So I tried to watch it. It was fucking awful. And he kept that show for 3 or 4 years. I don't know what he has on anymore, other than awful Gino. And without Aaron Berg, that show's not funny anymore.
Yeah, I know. Well, you're right. People just tune in for Anthony, and rightly so. And I get that. But my nephew corrected me. Alex Stein.
Alex Stein. Okay.
Yeah. So what did I say his name was?
Mark Stein.
Mark Stein. I was thinking about. Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
You have Mark Levin on the brain.
It could be. Who knows? But that guy, you know, I don't know his work well enough. I just know that he's kind of a goof, and he shows up at various political events, or he sees various politicians out on the street, and he kind of like heckles them.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff like that, you know.
Yeah.
Like he cornered, or didn't corner her, but he was heckling AOC and calling her his favorite big booty Latina congresswoman. Here's my favorite big booty Latina congresswoman. Shake that thing, AOC. Shake it.
Oh, that is her value.
I know. But that's the kind of stuff he does, you know. It's just
right.
But he did a nice little segment with Anthony this week and talked to him about 15 minutes, I think.
Okay.
But, just had the opportunity to talk to Anthony and tell him what a big influence Anthony was on his broadcast career. And, everybody's doing this video thing now.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's doing it. So, because it's so simple. The technology is there to where the programs are available, and, it could be as elaborate as you want it to be, depending on how much money you want to spend on your streaming package.
Well, you don't even have to spend a ton of money. I mean, dude, ours is, if you look at ours with the video backgrounds and all that other shit, that's pretty elaborate when you look at everything else that's going on.
Sure, absolutely.
And it's the same, what is it, $40 a month or whatever for StreamYard?
I'm sure there's bigger packages out there, more expensive stuff.
Probably.
Yeah, but, whatever, those stuff we do, it's $40 a month, which part of your locals' money goes to pay for that.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
but I mean, it's, and it could, I mean, I could make this thing super, super elaborate if I could just figure out a couple pieces. I've been dicking around with OBS for a while, trying to figure out different scenes and whatever, which I figured out, but I can't figure out how to make it so that you can see what I share on the screen.
Right.
If I can figure that out, then I'd be in good shape here. But, because then I'd make it real crazy. But
right.
I've tweaked this thing up to where it looks pretty good.
Yeah,
it looks different.
From where it was when we first started doing that, 3 years ago?
Yeah.
At least 3 years ago, if not longer.
Now,
how long have we been doing this video thing?
4 years.
3 or 4 years, yeah.
When we started, it looked like this.
Yeah, exactly.
That was what it looked like when we started it.
Using Skype at first, right?
And and this is what Skype gave us, this one view.
Yeah.
But now it looks all, it looks different. We could add comments, and we can finally add Rumble comments, and, and now Rumble has their own, like, StreamYard type thing that's close to me getting ready to use it and not use StreamYard anymore, but it's not quite there yet.
Right. But again, everything's in development, and the newer and better things that come out, they understand the technology now, and they're just building on it.
Yeah.
And it just it just advantages us and the listeners and the people who want to look at our ugly faces, who want to stare in at us like mental patients, go, oh my God, what's Chris wearing? Did he trim his beard this week?
Yeah, no, I get a lot of that.
It's like, people, what is that shirt you're wearing? What is that? What is
that? Tonight I'm sporting the stylish Metallica t-shirt.
Yeah, what's that background you got going on there? Right? What is that?
Yeah, I know, it's nonstop.
I know, it's just bizarre, man. Funny. I always get a kick out of it, but anyway. But again, happy to have everybody who tunes in and watches the stream and enjoys whatever it is that we bring you. And I always look forward to it. I mean, after almost 30 years, I haven't lost my passion or my fire for it at all. It's not like a job. I'm just like looking for, hey, it's Saturday. It's time to do this thing.
Well, I've obviously not lost my passion for it because I can't stay out of being in front of a camera. I'm on it here for 6 hours with Eric, with Seth. I spend 15 hours a week just like Joe Rogan with none of the residual.
Right? Of course, this is the favorite show, but
of course. Look, if honestly, and this is God's honest truth, if I didn't love this show more than the other two, including the one with my own name on it, I would not do this one because this one's the hardest on me.
Yeah.
It's the hardest. It's hard to, I gotta flip my sleep schedule and everything else to make it go and make it work. And, it's one thing at the end of a day on a work day to say, okay, boom, I'm on the Seth show, or I'm with Eric. And again, I love those shows. They're fun. But man, a Saturday night, every fucking Saturday night, literally every fucking Saturday night. And it's, me on the East Coast, it's 9 p.m. till 3 a.m. Plus then I'm up till about 6 to 7 by the time I cut and put everything up on the web for the week. If I didn't love this, there's no chance I'd still be doing it.
Right. Well, this just goes back to, discussion, we've had periodically on the show about my personal relationships over the year, how over the years, how this show takes precedence over the relationships.
Yeah.
And one of the people who understands that thoroughly and gets it only because she was more or less raised by us on the CMS is Taylor.
Sure.
She started listening to us when she was 14.
Mm-hmm.
And so, she gets where I'm coming from. And, I've talked about, she's listened to the stories we've had on the show, and of course the stories I've told her personally and things. And so this just made me laugh. This made give me a good chuckle this week. So she hits me up on Thursday, and she says, do you have any interest in seeing Sebastian Bach on Saturday? He's playing out at the Arcada out in St. Charles today.
Okay.
Right. I said, she says, I don't have tickets yet. If you don't want to go, I'll just pick up some overtime at work. So just let me know.
Okay.
And so I said, I always enjoy our little adventures, but unfortunately I didn't make arrangements to take the CMS off on Saturday, so no Sebastian for me. Sorry.
Right.
So she goes, "Oh, good. It's kind of last minute. I appreciate the quick response. No problem. I'll just do some overtime at work, just like that.
Sure.
No biggie, right?" So then 2 minutes later, I get this. Wait a minute. What I should say, you and that fucking show, my needs and wants are clearly not important to you. Pick me or that show. You don't even make any money at that.
Oh, now she gets it.
And she goes, "How's that?"
That's better. I'll tell you, you have a lot more conversation with her than I do when Kelly wants to do something on a Saturday. She'll throw me a text and she'll be like, "Hey, you want to go and see blah, 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 blah," whatever it is. And I'll look at it and I'll look at the date and then it's a one-word text back, Saturday. That's it. And she just knows that means no.
All right, well, whatever. But the thing is we have pretty good mutual respect for each other.
Yeah.
And she communicates well with me and vice versa. And she never gives me a minute of problem. If she says, she wants something or needs something and I can't, I just say, "Listen, I'd like to, but I can't." Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe next time, and that's the end of it.
Because it'd be the last minute of problem.
You're absolutely right about that. Hail and kill, caller. You're on the air.
Hi.
Hi.
Neeley. This is Annette.
Hi, Annette.
Since 86.
Hi, Annette. One of the longtime CMSers from the WSTV days.
Absolutely. How are you?
Well, I'm fine. Is this catch-up night? Are we going to catch up, Annette? Is that you and me? Are we going to get together on the air and catch up?
Well, I'm not going to ask you about why you don't make money doing your show, but we can catch up.
What's up, Annette? It's been a while since I've seen or heard from you. It's been literally years. So what prompted you to call?
Lot of years.
So what prompted you to call the phone tonight?
I don't know. I was talking to Aiken a little bit tonight.
Oh, Aiken. Is that you, Chris? Is that you,
yes.
Aiken?
Yeah, that would be Chris.
Okay.
Yeah, Chris and I haven't seen each other since that.
Since she sexually assaulted me at Stephen Piercy.
Sexually assaulted you at the Stephen Piercy show. Oh, God. We should have stayed together, Chris. We should have. I mean, come on. You and I, we got the same things going. You don't want shit. I don't want shit. We just want to see shows and listen to music.
There you
That's
go.
all there is to it.
I don't even know that I want to do that anymore.
Hey, let's get married at 49 years old because I was stupid. now I have a father for a husband.
A father for a husband. Did you marry an 80-year-old?
No, he's a boomer. He'll be 60 in 2 weeks.
Oh my, Annette, I got a secret for you. I'm 60.
Well, I know that, but you're a cool one.
Oh, I'm a cool
60. You are a cool 60. You don't listen. You don't tell me to go to Google and say, "Now, how much grass do we really need to mow once a week? You like your grass short. Now, Google says that you're only supposed to cut 1/3 of the grass." Yeah, that's the kind of husband I have. And
Wow.
I'm like, "Listen, I don't give a shit about what Google says. I'm going to tell you what I like my grass to look like. And if it's above my ankles, it's too long."
Yeah, I like my grass totally shaved and bare.
I know, right? Yep. Penis.
So
Hey, baby, she's got it.
all right.
Yes. But anyway, I was just thinking about you guys, and
Well, do you watch the show? And that we're on every Saturday. If you miss our,
I know you are, and
if you miss our wonderful faces, you can look at us on the screen anytime
I
you
know,
want.
and I have. Neeley, you look really good, dude.
Thanks.
Really good.
Thanks. That's what good living. That's what good living does for you. Take care of yourself.
Yeah. Here's me. I'm sporting a size 4'6" nowadays after 2 years of bariatric surgery, hell, almost dying and all that shit. Yeah.
Wow.
But
I'm
glad
you brought
it.
the show down with that, Annette.
Hey, but I'm still alive. Still alive.
Obviously.
Yeah. Anyway, so I just thought I'd call in and say hi.
Okay. You were thinking of us because why?
Well, because every time I'm in my pool on Saturdays, I play all of it. I play everything all the way I play all the stuff that we used to play, you know.
Oh, music-wise,
Tonight-
you don't play the show. You listen to the
No,
music.
I listen to the show at work. But no, actually, I was listening to Dawkins like a lot over the last couple of weeks, and I don't know why. But I was like thinking about you, and I saw that one post that somebody put, and they're looking at you like you're like Dawn's caretaker, and it was just kind of funny to me.
Oh, okay.
Like, holy shit, Dawn is Neeley is still hanging out with Dawn.
Of course.
And I saw him. I was at
Jurgles.
thought I was at Northfield the last time Dawkins was there, Dawn, and I was like, oh my God, buddy. Oh my God, buddy. You should put it away and be done because it's just time to be done. And I love you. I love you, Dawn. I love you, but you need to be done, buddy. Put it in the suitcase. Seal that shit up.
Jerry C. in the chat room wants to know if you're flicking your bean while you're talking to me.
Not right now, but I'm probably gonna.
Really?
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. It's not even like a bean. It's like more like a stalk.
A stalk.
A stock. It's like a little penis that talks.
No, I don't really have a penis down there, but it's big enough. I don't know. You know, I don't even know. The last time anybody has had anything to do with it would have been like months ago. I don't know.
Oh,
Oh, anybody? So does that mean it was somebody other than your?
Okay, let me rephrase that. My husband.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, I
your
tried.
father figure?
Your father figure.
Ew, that's really gross.
You
no,
said it.
No,
You're
I
the
You
one-
said it?
You're the one who said it. You're
No,
the
I
one who
didn't
made
mean,
that
I didn't mean like
comparison.
my dad. I just meant like, okay, like, dude, you're like, leave it to Beaver father, not like my dad, who's like,
Or leave alone the beaver, as the case may be.
okay, I can't say shit.
Hey,
tonight.
father, leave that beaver alone.
Hey, father, leave that beaver alone.
So is this?
Oh
so
no, we're just
did you call up to do karaoke
let's-
tonight?
Okay, let me rephrase it and take the word father out and just say grandpa.
Oh, that's better.
Grandpa, tell me why you suck so bad.
Oh my God.
All right, Annette. Anything?
Anyway, so
Yes.
no, anyway, it's nice talking to you.
Well, it's nice speaking with you too, Annette. Yeah, a little piece of you hangs in the CMS studio, my little gold record clock that you were so
I
kind
know, I remember that. Yeah,
that you were so kind to procure for my going away party is still hanging on my wall over here.
Definitely remember that. We had that at the Revo.
Exactly.
The Revo with Billy Morris back in the day.
All
Yep.
right. All right. Well, since
Yep.
most of our fans have no idea what you're talking about,
No, that was a long time ago.
anything else in that?
No, that's fine. I just wanted to say hey.
Well, hey, back.
All right. Got my number from Chris.
Okay, and
You
then
need
what
to
am I
call
going to
me,
do?
Wendell.
Then what am I going to do with that?
I just want you to call me like off the air.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
All right. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks.
Are you listening to the show, Annette?
Well, I'm on right now. You're on my Bluetooth, and as soon as I cut the Bluetooth off, yes, you will be back on.
All right. Very good. Okay,
All right.
Annette. Go.
Do you want to play me a request like you used to back in the day?
What would you like to hear?
Remember, I used to request the zoo. Do you guys still play shit like that? The zoo?
By Scorpions?
Scorpions? Sure, we can play
Absolutely.
Scorpions. Sure.
Yeah. All right. I'll be listening. Love you guys. Talk to you later.
All right. Bye, Annette.
All right. Bye.
Oh, look at that. It's like old home week.
That went wrong real fast. What did we learn? She's got a stalk in her pants.
Yep. She's miserable married old lady. She married her father.
She doesn't get fucked by her grandpa.
All right. and she almost died of bariatric surgery.
Yeah, wow. All that in 5 minutes.
Man,
That's a call.
this is your life.
Yeah, no kidding. And she's proud of the fact that she sexually assaulted me.
You should have stayed with her, Chris.
I should have.
You should have stayed with her.
Yeah, I was dating her all of like 10 seconds while we were making out at the Piercy show.
Yeah, look at that. That's too funny.
Holy smokes.
So you met her father figure that she married?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, was he a cool guy?
He didn't punch me when his wife was making out with me.
He just expected it?
Dude, he literally was now I'm going to back up and set this. Everybody that I was around was very drunk.
Okay.
I was very drunk. Kelly was very drunk. Annette was very drunk.
Okay.
And we were all just sort of hanging out in the lobby of the Kent stage. And I don't remember what happened, but at some point she just grabbed me and started making out with me.
Wow.
And her fucking husband was literally standing right here. Right next to me. And when we stopped, and it was like full tongues. It was like,
wow.
It was like,
what was Kelly doing?
She just stood there too. She didn't know what to do. She was like,
then Annette's husband started making out with Kelly.
Yeah, could have. But I looked at that dude. I just looked at him. I was like, sorry, dude. And he goes, it happens. That's what he said. It happens.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, then.
This is a behavior that he more or less is used to then.
Yeah, or he was adapting to or something. I don't know, but it was very out of the blue, and I could tell you for a fact I wasn't hitting on her. She wasn't hitting on me. It was just one of those. I think I bought drinks or something.
It was a spontaneous moment of unbridled passion.
It really was weird, but I loved it. I was like, hey, whatever. Made out with somebody. That's good. It wasn't a dude. It's all good.
At least it wasn't a dude.
Yeah. You never know when you run into people that are fans of what you do.
So next time, if and when you see her the next time, you say, is that a stock in your pants, or are you just happy to see me?
Maybe it was a dude. I don't know. Stock in the pants. What the hell?
It's like a little stock. Oh, man. All right. Well, there's Annette. Annette goes way back with the CMS, all the way back into the mid to late 90s.
And she has stories for days. Holy smokes.
Really? About what?
Well, dude, you know some of her stories. Like being left in a certain city by a certain band.
I thought you meant that she had stories we weren't aware of.
No. I'm saying we were very aware of a lot of her stories.
Of course, the shenanigans and hijinks.
She was a wild one in the day.
Yeah.
She was definitely a wild one.
Well, she wanted to be the ultimate rocker girl.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to hang out with the dirty rocker boys, and that's her thing.
Yeah, that was her thing. Now she's hanging out with their grandfather.
Yeah, that whole married thing, I never get that.
Well, we get so many calls for people that are happy in their marriages that
I know.
Exactly none in the last 20 years.
Yeah, I just don't get it.
Have we had, seriously, this show's been on, 30 years?
Yeah, almost.
30 years.
It'll be 29 on January 6th, and then we will be into our 30th year.
You just don't make fun of that. 30 years.
Listen, I always said that this show is the longest relationship I've ever had.
Sure. In those 30 years or 29 years, have we had 10 calls that said that they were in a good marriage?
I would say that the only one that I can cite right off the top of my head or claims anyway, is Tim.
Tim James. I'm trying to think of, and John does sometimes. When he's making things up, he says that he's having a good marriage.
Making things up.
Yeah, he'll make things up and say that he's happy.
Right.
But other than that, I can't think of. Most of the stories start with the pitch pissed me off, so I pissed in her car or something.
Oh, okay.
Remember that guy?
Yeah, I remember that very well. Very well.
I mean, that's the callers we get. Now, maybe it's just the audience we have is just a bunch of wife haters, but
Eh,
or as we call them, men.
I don't know. I just can't. I can't even imagine what that would be like. I mean, looking back over the years, the longest relationship that I've ever had was 5 years. And that was pushing it.
Yeah. It pretty much is.
Right. Yep, that's true.
There you go. Kiss freaks. They have a good thing going.
Yeah, they do. I met them.
And they've been going forever.
They've been going a long time. Yeah, I met them, and they seem to have a very good time wherever they go.
Yeah.
They have a common interest. They both enjoy the chasing bands and Kiss and rock and roll and
Sure.
going to festivals and going on cruises and doing music related things. And again, when I met them almost 2 years ago on the Kiss cruise, very nice couple.
Sure.
Very cool to meet them.
Then there's this liar.
Okay. Hey, maybe why? Well, who knows? 27 years.
27 years, and I guarantee in the last 27 hours, he's compromised more than I have in the last fucking 10 years. Guaranteed.
Yeah, no.
Okay, honey, I'll weed the beds today.
I'll Google and find out how long the grass needs to be.
Oh, you need me to go with you to the grocery store because you can't do it by yourself. Oh, sure, let's go. I'll walk around the store aimlessly with you. Sure. Ugh. Fuck that.
Well, I agree with you there, but anyway, thanks for calling, Annette. It's been quite a while. I'm trying to place the last time I actually spoke with her. I'm thinking, man, now where was the last time? I'm thinking it might have been at the Hi-Fi Club on one of those nights we were doing one of those nights out type things.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's been that long.
That is truth.
That's right.
That is truth. And then you
That's
start
what I
thinking,
do.
and then you start thinking about, well, I got to sacrifice some of that. No.
No, when you come and go as you please and do what you want and make up your own mind and decide whether you want to do anything at all.
Yeah.
Well, one of the best things I enjoy about my life is even though I'm a single successful guy.
Mm-hmm.
There's days I don't want to do anything, and you know what? I don't do anything.
Don't do nothing, of course.
And there's not one person to go, are you just going to sit on that couch all day?
Yeah.
And nobody asks the question.
Don't you know we got to fix the drywall in the attic? Oh, shut up.
I thought you were going to go to the Home Depot with me to the garden section. We were going to pick up plants today.
Yeah, I need your input on what flowers to put in the flower bed in the front yard. Shut up. Go away, you cunt. Oh, no thanks.
Yeah. So that's the one thing I enjoy the most is
This too. Good point, Jerry.
If I don't want to do anything at all, I just don't. I just don't. Yep.
I'm with Jerry C here.
Is that still a thing?
What, Hallmark Channel?
Is it the Lifetime channel now? Is that the chick channel, the Lifetime channel?
Not married? Don't know. We'll never know.
Right.
Won't even do the Google search to embarrass myself to investigate.
Yeah. So
Nope.
didn't even know if that was still a thing.
Not that I'm aware of. I don't know. I could care. It's not something I'll be watching.
All right. Well, we got a guest coming up at the top of the hour.
This one.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly it. I'm doing the damn show and you're listening to the damn show.
That's right.
And trust me, I've had my issues over the years with significant others, which is why Taylor made that joke.
Right.
You and that goddamn show.
They're just firing them off now.
Yeah, my family is having a Christmas party over at the VFW club. Are you coming? That's my nephew right there. I've had that so many times in my life. I want to make the bed. It's like I'm in the bed. It's us, those racists.
That's right. Another one.
Yes, I'd love to go to your mother's house on Sunday.
Yeah, that's what I want to do on my
Of
one
course
day
I
off.
would.
Yeah. Of course. Why would I want to watch the football game? I can go and talk to your mom.
Right, of course. Oh, your mother needs her furnace worked on? Go to your man cave. Oh, man.
Holy smokes.
We talk about douche chills, man. I'm having douche chills here.
I'm telling you, that is brutal.
Yikes. Oi, yoya.
All right, let's go. That's good. That's
right.
enough.
All right. Well, we got a guest coming up at the top of the hour.
We do.
I'm going to play one song and we will come back with him shortly.
Okay.
So do you have something we could play that would be reminiscent of this guest?
How about if we go with Madman's, I think, Overture from Weight of the World?
Okay.
I think you might have to go to YouTube for that one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because, of course, Spotify doesn't have any of his fucking Metal Church stuff.
Well, if I have the CD, it should be on there, right?
It should be.
All right. Well, I have the disc, of course.
Yeah.
So, wow. Look at that. Something off of Weight of the World, the first album.
Yeah, I was listening to it this week. I was like, damn, maybe I wasn't fair to this record.
Well,
There's some good songs.
Well, the songs were good. It was the production I would have them with.
Yeah, it does sound like it was recorded in Kurt Vanderhoof's garage, but
Yeah, it just didn't have the balls.
yeah.
That's the only issue I had. The songs and the performance and everything was good. It just lacked something.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Let's see here. So what is the one I'm looking for?
Madman's Overture.
Oh, it's Mad. Let's see here. Madman's Soul.
Sure, that works.
All right. Well, that's what it says here on the song listing anyway.
Might be that. I don't know. I thought it was Overture, but I could be wrong.
All right. Well, fair enough. All right. We're going to play a tune here. We will come back with our guestesses.
That's
right. We will see what this young gentleman is up to. It's been a long time since I've spoken with him personally, so it's going to be like old home week once again. Two in a row for me.
There you go. Nice.
Distant voices of the past.
That's right.
So anyway, we're going to play some Metal Church here featuring Ronnie Monroe on lead vocal, and this is from the Weight of the World, and this is Madman's Soul?
Okay.
Okay. All right, here it is. It's Metal Church exclusively here
on your classic metal show.
You want to be a well-dressed headbanger? Get a t-shirt from Metal Shop, or a hat, hoodies, shot glasses, tumblers, mugs, patches, women's tees. You'll